He's gonna have.
He took Cryptic Command.
Whoa. 4-mana spells in this format that don't win you the game are not that good.
Like Cryptic Command.
Is the best of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. Gataxian Probe by Brett Frankson. Love that pick.
Yeah, that's
awesome
a great pick.
Take it away from John Millsap,
I might
take it away
expect
from
him to
Nick
take
Picard.
Cabal Therapy.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. But
It's insane.
he has a deck list of all these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair.
And like in that same vein, Stefan Bard could take Meddling Mage.
Yeah, totally, right? If you're playing against John Millsap, Meddling Mage, Complete Hulk. Oh my god. Sorry, Freudian slip. It looks like Liam Coughlin is taking Protein Hulk.
So he's going to take Flash.
Liam Coughlin is the rogue of this tournament here. Play all the combos. You're playing 40 cards. Just play all the combos. And he has Mystical Tutor.
Yeah.
He doesn't have access to green right now. Oh, that's why he does. He has Overground to him. So he can also play Worldly Tutor. 7 bar takes 4 spike. I like that pick a lot.
I think there are still better counterspells though.
Yeah,
Remand, Arcane Denial.
I think Remand and Arcane Denial are better. Look for Stefan to snatch up Delver later in this tournament.
Yeah.
He wants to be on Delver for sure. John Millsap takes Mutavault.
Do not like.
What is happening? I expected Brett Franks to take Mutavault. I did not expect John to take Mutavault. And Dismember.
John, Storm People, please.
He has not taken Infernal Tutor yet. He doesn't have Doomsday. Ill-Gotten Gains is still on the table.
Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop. Pew, pew.
Yeah, the Rainbow lands are still up. Gemstone Mine.
Yeah,
Mana Confluence, City of Brass.
Rather than taking the last 2 lands, I would have rather have had him take any of the lands that are going to let him cast red spells.
Or blue spells.
Or blue spells. I don't think he has any selection. I think he's just going to mulligan into Tutor and then sit around and hopefully not get disrupted until he can kill you. But his deck's looking pretty slops right now.
Yeah. Well, and there's still some good selection out there. There's like Serum Vision, Sleight of Hand.
Like Silence is still out, and like there's a bunch of sweet things he can get to like make his deck fight.
Even Mind Sensor from Stefan. I love that pick. That card's so good.
Rad pick.
Especially in his deck. It has Flash.
Yep, it's a creature with Flash. Liam Coughlin takes Flash immediately. Look for him to take Worldly Tutor on the next pick.
Yeah.
Or Summoner's Pact.
Yeah. Summoner's Pact makes more sense, I think.
Yeah.
Or it's possible Worldly Tutor because he could also combo that with his sneak attack.
Yeah, Worldly Tutor is way better. He has Grizzlebrand, he has Show and Tell. Yeah, you're definitely right. He's going to take Worldly Tutor over.
Hypnotic Spectre from Brett.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. Just another way to disrupt his opponent.
I think he'll actually be looking to take the other one too. The 3/2 flyer from the last set.
2/3, Night Veil Spectre?
Night Veil. He's a 2/3, right. I think I would expect him to be taking Night Veil as well.
That card's so good. So Stefan's
Gaddock
deck...
Teague by Pat Brodusco. He picks Cryptic Command into Gaddock Teague. I'm so confused.
Also with Bribery in his deck.
Yeah. My man's got Bribery. Nobody else is casting 4-mana spells. Other than maybe Nick Picard.
And Liam. Gaddock Teague, not very good in this format.
Liam is casting 1, 2, 3? Yeah, Liam has 3. 4, sorry, Pact. Yeah, Blake Hodson snaps up Eidolon in the Grave Revel. Serge Ager takes Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah.
Get at me, creature
Look
deck.
for some stupid cheesecake coming in here. I'll probably interview Serge Ager next for anyone who hasn't met him or played against him. This is a pretty classic Serge Ager archetype. And he's very comfortable drafting it, so.
Yes. He knows what's up with this archetype.
Nick Picard takes Ancestral Vision.
Alright, gonna put this thing...
I actually don't know if I mean, that spell's obviously
now.
really strong, but...
Are we good chatting over some of the picks?
Why don't we just put it over K? The stream can see this, right?
The stream can only see, it's like this.
Oh, I see. Like, the stream doesn't need to see our chat. We can put it off to the side.
Oh, that's true. Good call.
Also, they're not really chatting with us. Just
That is
saying.
true.
You jerks.
They are definitely not chatting.
Second
with
pick
us.
by Nick Card. I don't actually really love Ancestral Vision here.
Not at all. That's
It takes
so
4 turns
slow.
to go off, and the rest of this guy's turn 1 plays.
Yeah, thanks, Trevor. We got it.
You're the man. Ancestral Vision is only good turn 1, really. I mean, the rest of these decks are really fast.
When he
And
doesn't have enough selection to like
Nick's turn
decide
1,
when he draws it and when he doesn't.
Nick also, if that's what Nick is doing on turn 1, like I think he hasn't mulliganed efficiently. Like the guy's got Mana Crypt, he's got Mana Vault,
Personal Tutor, Painter
Personal Tutors,
Service,
This guy's
Grindstone.
he's looking to Tinker turn 1. He's looking to set up a turn 2 Mind Twist.
He's looking to Isochron Scepter.
Yeah.
Presumably he's gonna get Chant.
Yeah. There's a Frantic Search I love.
That makes sense with the High Tide.
He's got High Tide. He's got Tellurian Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frantic Search is very good. Love that pick. Do not like Ancestral Visions.
No.
Nick is the Tidings King, man. Play
Stifle from
Stifle from Serge Jaeger. Put on your cowboy hats, kids. Serge Jaeger's coming for your cards.
Jeez.
To be fair, Serge Jaeger also plays a bunch of abilities that he doesn't want to get stifled. So this is a card he can both play and hate out.
I still want him to
like
take
the
crop
pick.
rotation soon.
Yeah, there's nobody else who's good to do anything with it remotely soon. But, I mean, Pat can play it. It's not that great, but Pat can play it. Blake Hodson took Chill. Oh, yeah.
That's smart.
So sick.
I was saying to Kate, I like had a chat with Kate after I talked with John, and I was like, somebody's gonna take Chill and Blake's gonna die.
Yep.
But Blake took Chill. That's really smart. It's like easily the
Look
best
for
way.
Surge to take Choke.
Trigon Predator. Such a good pick from Pat.
Pat Predesco, bringing it home with Trigon Predator.
Back on track.
What am I thinking of? There's the mono. Oh, it just says Island Stone on tap, I think.
Oh, Choke.
I think it's Choke. Alright, yeah, Choke actually isn't that spicy in this list. Choke's not looking that great. Brett Frankston with Phyrexian Revoker. Love it.
Great pick. Pithing Needle still out there.
Pithing Needle's still up. He can also take Porcelain Legionnaire later. I really like in that deck.
Yeah, there's Progenitus.
It's like nice to have a body when you're playing mono black.
Liam's definitely gonna Blazing Shoal people.
Yeah, he has to, right? That said, I hate taking Progenitus over Worldly Cheater right here.
I agree. Pat could take it.
Pat can take it, but John Millsap isn't going to take
Is there a
take.
chance Liam takes Survival? And, like, he can cast reanimation spells.
He can cast them. I don't think he cares.
That's true.
I think the most likely person to get Survival is Pat.
I just don't think Pat's fighting the right kind of fair game.
Well, Pat is just playing fair, right? The rest of these decks are very good. It's like the only deck that Pat maybe beats right now, I think, is Brett. Just because Brett's slower than he is.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of synergy. Stefan Bard snapping up Sorcerer Plowshares. I really like that pick. I'd be surprised. There's the Cabal Ritual. Pick lands that let you cast. You don't want to play Mono Black Storm, kids.
Not really, no.
You want to be in red.
I think he
And
wants
you
Yawgmoth's
ideally want to be
Bargain.
in red and blue.
Yawg Bargain is insane in John's deck.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And he gets
He
the
takes
Thespian
stage.
stage.
That's fine. Like, can he please take Bargain?
Just take Bargain.
Like,
Null Profusion?
he just wins if he has Bargain in play, right?
I don't know if he wins. He draws a lot of cards.
Look at his deck.
He's got to cast it, though, right? It costs 6.
He has 3 Black Lotuses and 2 Dark Rituals. And a Cabal
You
Ritual.
only play one of those Black Lotuses at a time.
And Yogg-Will. Flusterstorm.
Flusterstorm taken by Stefan. Stefan's deck is really good.
This
guys.
guy's gonna beat people.
Like, if you're not putting pressure on the board and you're not killing him by turn 3, like, there's a good chance you're fucking dead.
Jeez. Temple of Mystery.
What the hell is Temple of Mystery?
It's one of the new Scry lands. Comes into play tap, Scry 1.
Is it
Blue-green.
the blue-green? So Temple of Mystery to Liam.
He wants a blue-green land.
All his cards are really
that's the one
broken,
he-
so he's just going to try and win the game now. That's cool. I dig that.
and Scryland. Didn't see that one coming.
Brett in the tank. The problem when you're in Brett's archetype right now is there's not a lot of great cards you can start grabbing. You don't want to start grabbing your 2/1s here in 21st pick. Beseech the Queen, rad.
I don't like that card.
I think that's an awesome card for his deck because it goes and it gets him Time Vault or it gets him the other piece of his key. He can get both pieces of his combo off 3 mana.
I was gonna say it costs 3 mana though.
Also, John Millsap wants to play that card.
Yeah.
So he hates it out of John Millsap's deck. He's playing Time Vault combo in his deck.
I just think he's like probably more of a beatdown deck now than he is a
Oh, for sure.
deck.
Absolutely. But like, it gets him Jitte if he needs it. Gets him Liliana if Liam does something broken. It probably gets it too slow.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's just like too slow in his deck.
But
if he doesn't have Chrome Mox, like
he's got Mox Jet too.
I guess he just had a Jet.
He's got double Mox. He's definitely drafting my favorite deck at the table. I don't know if it's the best deck, but it's the one I'm gonna look forward to watching the most.
Canonist from Pat.
Yeah.
Good card.
Pat Bradesco is playing blue, white, green hate bears.
With counter spells.
With counter spells. Because do it.
The classic archetype.
Yeah, the
Hate bears and counter spells.
Big Smiley. Smash the Smithereens by Blake.
There we go.
Love that pick. Watch him get paired against Pat Bradesco round run. That'll be funny. Smash your top. I'll respond.
That is how that goes.
Pat right now has 1 target.
No, he has Mox.
That's what I'm saying. He has 1 target.
Yeah, fair. City of Brass from Surge. This guy is a genius. An evil genius.
Serge Jäger.
Godless Shrine.
He's the dark horse of this tournament.
I really don't like Nick taking... Oh, he has Marsh Flats. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I was about to say I don't like him taking shock
that
lands
aren't
without
islands?
fences. That too.
So, Mana Confluence gone.
There we go.
John Millsap's deck is getting really, really hard to build.
So after 10 picks, we were like, John can't lose. Then another 10 picks.
Right now, John's deck doesn't do anything.
And John might not be able to win.
Yeah. Serge Jäger taking Richard Report. Awesome. Love it. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go out here on a limb and say that Bert Frankston's next pick is Tanglewire. I don't know if that's true.
It's not good against a lot of the table. Ewit from Pat.
Yeah.
I like it, but
Eternal Witness? Ugh.
It's like another Time Walk.
He just needs like.
It's really good
spells.
with this Time Walk.
It's really good with Time Walk. It's true.
Do you know what I want to see from Pat? Muddled Mixture.
I want to see Aether Vial. Look at this guy's creature list.
That too.
Play Aether Vial, dude.
He also needs Muddled Mixture.
Yeah, he should be playing. He got Cabal Therapy. Brett Frankson, deep in the therapy.
I like it. John. It's probably another card John wanted. Young Peasy from Liam. I'm so confused.
Look for Liam to pick up Dread Return, I guess. Whatever. Bay life, kids. Shoutouts to Trevor Murdoch, being the only guy who knows how to type words. We love you, dog.
Yeah, thanks for watching, Trevor. Anyone else in the chat?
Trevor Murdoch, probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. User screen name sounds like he's in an English hitman gang. If someone told me T. Murdoch was coming to my house, I would assume that I owed a lot of people money.
That's fair. That's fair. Isn't there like a mystery show, like Murdoch Mysteries?
Called like T. Murdoch's Mysteries. Stephen Bard picks up Fencer, Shaper 7.
I just like him having creatures with flash.
Yep, all his creatures have flash, all his spells are instants. If they aren't, they select cards that win him the game.
Do you think Liam's gonna take Splinter Twin?
Jesus.
That's within his range.
I hadn't even thought about it. Liam can take Splinter Twin here. That's a real thing. I anticipate Stephen Bard to play a Flicker effect this game. I don't know if he will.
I really like Restoration Angel from Stefan.
Yeah, Resto Angel would be really good, or Momentary Lapse.
Momentary Blink.
Momentary Blink.
The one with flashback.
Lake of the Dead goes to John Millsap. I love that pick.
That pick is excellent.
It's a great pick. Lake of the Dead, one of my favorite cards.
His 4th Dark Ritual.
Yeah, sometimes you want to make 6 mana on turn 2. That's how you do it. Oh, sorry, it's 5 on turn 2. Caracas goes to Stephen Bard. Great pick. Great pick.
He has Click and Fencer.
He
Yep.
also is fighting the sneak deck. So
That was such a good pick.
great pick. I actually expected Surge to pick it up earlier. Dualcaster Mage. That's exciting. Super exciting.
So Liam, do you know what that card is?
It's
New
fork on a body. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do you know what Liam's gonna take?
Nope.
Twin Flame.
Oh, he's gonna try and go infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna Twin Flame Dualcaster Mage people. So Liam is gonna have 18 different combos in his deck.
This guy just only wants to cast Mystical Tutor. I'm still so surprised he hasn't taken Worldly Tutor yet.
Yeah.
I'm also kind of surprised no one's taken Leyline of Sanctity.
Aegis of the Gods.
I don't know what that is.
You have Hexproof on a 2-1.
Sick.
Better.
Sweet, yeah.
2-1 for 2.
Papadresco takes Rex Age.
Good
like
card.
it, but it's slow. It's going to be really good against Serge Jaeger.
It's gonna be good against everybody. Kills Sneak Attack. Kills.
Surge typically really likes to
Time
play
Vaulter
cards
Voltaic.
like Moat, Propaganda. There's not
He
a
has it.
ton
He
of-
already has Ensnaring Bridge.
It's not a ton of creatures right now. I don't think he ever has to.
Skullcrack
Blake also
from
takes
Blake.
Skullcrack. Yeah, it's looking like he's playing Burn today, kids.
Yep.
He has not played creatures that do not burn. Surge takes Mazavith. I do like that a lot better than committing to a permanent that isn't good against every matchup. At least in the bad matchups, he has Urborg.
Yeah.
It can still be a land drop.
Yeah.
That
For
said,
sure.
I think he needs to crop rotate sooner rather than later.
Definitely agree with you. At this point, Pat might take it to fix his mana.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Need to crop rotate this forest to some
Nick takes Orm's Chant.
go time.
And I expect more card selection from him.
Like at this point, I don't think he's playing High Tide, is he?
I don't think so. Transmute Artifact is what I think he'll take immediately, but I don't know if he will.
Yeah. No one's taken Fabricate. No one's taken Tez the Seeker.
Tez the Seeker is pretty amazing.
Transmute Artifact, as you say.
He's locked in a
Still
choice.
on the board.
Sphinx of Steelwind. I hate that pick.
That is not good.
He's like, maybe he's scared that Liam Coughlin is going to start taking his Tinker targets. Also, Sphinx of the Steelwind is the best Tinker target against Burn and probably against Bread as well.
Yeah, maybe he thinks Blake would like hate it.
Blake could hate it, or Liam can take it. Surge
I don't
takes
think-
Courser of Crewfix. Sure, kid.
He's gonna
Why
go.
not?
He goes
card's
infinite
good.
with Fast Bond Crucible.
Yeah, it's good. I'm sure he'll take the famous
Oracle.
3-mana 2/3 with Landfall that he loves to play.
Oh, the 2/2?
Grazing
Gladeheart?
Gladeheart. It's a Serge Jaeger classic.
Yes. Vexing Devil from Blake.
Sure, yeah, why not?
Better Lava Spike.
Well, it's better than Lava Spike.
No one's not paying for.
It's true, yeah. Well, late game you do, right? Surge
Sure.
always does. Surge does every time. He's like, that's fine. That's great. That's great. I'll play
Ensnaring
these.
Bridge.
Go ahead. I don't know if Surge usually plays Oracle of Modiah in these decks either. In some lists I've seen him play it. The problem with any of these lists is when you play a deck like this, removal tends to pile up in your opponent's hands. So many creatures that you do play. There it is, Papadresco with the Aether Vial.
He did it.
Thank God, he pulls the trigger. I love this guy's deck way more now.
It's true. Well, now he can actually cast his counter
Now
spells with
he can
LA in
cast
play.
creatures. Yeah.
Somebody needs to take Aegis of the Gods.
Is it a colorless creature?
No, it's 1 in white.
Yeah.
There's 3 people who can play it. Blake, Liam, and Stefan. All realistically.
Yeah. And Pat.
I meant Blake, Pat, and Stefan, not
Yeah.
Liam. Liam's only absence of color is white.
Liam is gonna take Pyroclasm here.
Brett took Distress.
Yep. That is a real spell. It hits anything.
Yep.
It does cost double black though.
Not land.
Yeah, sorry, it doesn't hit lands. But it hits every spell.
Yeah.
We'd all be looking for Nick Picard to snatch up Karn Liberated pretty quick.
Yeah, that's definitely something that if he lands it against like Stefan or Pat.
Like Liam can also take it. Liam's playing show and tell. He's gonna.
And
he's
it's
gonna
one
be
of the
playing
things
all
that
game.
just like shuts off show and tell versus Liam, shuts off like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Very strong card.
Car on the Braided is a monster.
So like if anybody takes Aegis of the Gods, Blake can't beat them.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I guess like he can just kill.
He can.
Aegis of the
Like
Gods,
I
but
like the Blake
saves
to
the
hopefully
runes,
play like Flame Break. Some other spells.
Glacial Fortress, Knight's Whisper from John. That card's fine.
Yeah, I'm not super excited by John Millsap's deck anymore.
No. He like started out so high and
my-
just has been on a downward.
Yeah, my horse in this tournament is going to be Stefan Bard.
I was
100%.
about to fight you for him.
I've played a fair amount of Magic with Stefan Bard. Not only is he a very good tight player, but this is like pretty in line with a lot of the decks I've seen him play.
Yeah,
He's gonna be very comfortable casting this blue-white good stuff deck.
yeah, I don't want to be aside from him in like a control mirror.
Yeah, right.
That guy's so calculated and just like
He's
knows
very-
all the lines.
Very smart dude.
Yeah.
He took Prohibit. I don't know if I even know what that spell does. I think
One
it's
in a
one in a
blue, counter target spell if it's convert mana cost 2 or less. Kicker 2 colorless, counter target spell if it's convert mana cost 4 or less.
4 or less. Cool.
Card's good.
Awesome. I've been waiting for Liam to take Dispel for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants it or not. If he's gonna take more sweepers.
think-
Toxic Deluge is up if he wants more sweepers.
I would have liked Deluge over Pyroclasm, I think.
Yeah, me too. Volcanic Fallout. I also like over Pyroclasm. The only deck right now that Pyroclasm is actually good against is Brett's, and it's gonna be pretty insane if.
It's pretty good versus Pad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it hits
kills
every
most of
creature
his
but
things.
one so far.
Yeah. Shred Memory from Brad.
Yep.
So tutor for Time Vault.
Awesome pick by Brett. This deck's a little confused, but it has a ton of synergy and can play a bunch of games really well. Path going to Papadusco, which I like.
Yeah.
I think any removal is really strong. I expect him to pick up the Sorcery Oblivion Ring.
Council's
Will of the
Judgment.
Council or something.
Council's Judgment.
Council's
yeah.
Judgment, yeah.
Yeah, I like that pick.
Like Hodson taking Koth of the Hammer. That card costs 4 mana. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, neither am I.
It doesn't have enough impact.
Remand from Surge.
Yeah.
Just punishes all the real blue for letting this card go 25th.
Yeah. 26th, it's going to Nick Ricard for Memory Lapse. You can almost tell that remand got stolen from Nick with how fast he picked that lapse.
Yeah.
I think he probably could have said that he was
Like-
gonna go remand Memory Lapse
Like,
and pass it back.
Remand on Scepter is so strong.
Yeah, so sick. Taking Drown Catacomb, love it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he needs lands.
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to say that Nick Ricard will not be playing High Tide.
Yeah. Does not have islands.
Does not. Nature's Claim from Serge Jagger. Your opponent can have a bunch of mana as long as they don't have stuff to win the game with.
Yep.
Life,
Love
sorry,
it.
not mana. Wear and Tear.
So a card that hasn't been picked yet is Abrupt Decay.
Yeah, really, really strong. No one is in the colors other than Surge.
And
so
Liam.
I would expect Surge to pick it.
It's also good in Liam's deck.
Liam Coughlin can also play it.
Because there's a bunch of
He's
hate cards
really
against him.
not in green at all right now.
But he has 2 green lands. He has
Yeah.
Verdant Catacombs and Overgrown.
Overgrown too.
And it only costs 1 green. It's super splashable.
Yeah, it's really, really splashable.
Like, and he has Temple of Mystery.
Temple of Mystery.
Tarmogoyf from Pat. Makes his time walk better.
Yeah, makes his time walk really good. I expect him to also pick up Ooze. But we'll see. Silverblade Paladin is really, really good in his deck. Silverblade Paladin on Trigon Predator is like
The savagest
enough
of
to be
beatings.
absurd, right? Like
Yeah, and it's so good with
take
Aether
4
Vial.
Yeah, take 4 and shoot 2 of your artifacts. Like
Goodbye.
That'll win a bunch of these
Good
matchups.
Good game. Nihil Spellbomb from Brett. Slaughter Pact from Liam. I don't like that Slaughter Pact pick at all.
Well, you know what he's gonna play. We've seen this deck before. There's a good chance our friend Liam here is gonna play Hive Mind.
But that's not the one you want with Hive Mind. Like, tons of people can act. Like, that's like the easiest one to pay.
Yeah, but it's the only other one he can play, right? If he's gonna go to Hive Mind, that's the one he wants to have in his deck beforehand. He doesn't want to like pick Hive Mind, have somebody else pick Slaughter Pact, and then have to start playing a bunch of dead packs in his deck.
That's true.
Slaughter Pact at
Toxic
least is a real
Deluge from
card before.
Stefan.
Yeah, Toxic Deluge from Stefan, awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really good pick.
He's like the closest thing
he's
to a
hard
control deck.
Yeah.
All his guys have flash. He doesn't need to play more than one creature at a time.
Yeah. If for some reason Pat Produsco gets a bunch of tempo on him or Brett gets a bunch of tempo on him, he can spend a turn killing all his guys.
Cage from John? That ruins Yogwill. I'm confused.
We're falling asleep here at the desk.
Computer.
Turns out that me
Stop
and Jeremy
that.
have the exact same monitor. We have great choice in monitors.
Sick monitor, dog.
Fist bump. And disfigure.
Disfigure.
I have no idea
fine.
what John Millsap's deck is right now. I have no idea. He told us exclusively in an interview that he was going to draft Storm. He's not drafting Storm. He's drafting mono black control.
He drafted half Storm, half not Storm.
Yeah.
Like, since then, he's taken
There's two mono black
Tendrils and Lion's Eye,
yeah.
2 Storm cards. Then Mutavault and Dismember, 2 not Storm cards. Then Cabal Ritual, then Thespian Stage, and Vampire X Mage. Then Lake of the Dead, very good in Storm. Night's Whisper, Silent Blood, also good in Storm.
Yep.
Grafdigger's Cage, Hoses Yourself.
Yeah.
Disfigure, confusing. Creeping Tar Pit from Stefan, love it.
Expect to see Shrine of Burning Rage from Blake a little bit earlier.
Yeah, definitely. Card is good. I really like to see Aegis of the Gods from Stefan.
Yep. Seems good.
It stops all these black players.
Are we going to see Hive
targeting you with
Mind
discard.
from our friend Liam Coughlin here?
Oh my God.
Is he just going to play every combo he can get his greasy little hands on?
I still half expect him to play Twin. He loves that combo. He loves that combo.
Worldly Teeter, there it is, folks.
Yeah, finally.
The cement that this deck needed.
Yeah. It's now
It's very good.
it's now just like a rickety old house that's actually standing instead of like a pile of rubble.
This deck does a bunch of stuff. Has some safety measures put in place.
I still want to see Abrupt Decay from him.
Yeah, Decay and Dispel I think are the two cards we want to see the most.
Yeah. We've been saying you should take Dispel since like round 10. Edict from Brett.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's good against all these decks. It's good against Stefan when Stefan taps out to play his guys at end of turn.
Yep.
Brett can kill them.
Definitely.
It's good against Pat Produsco. It's good against John Millsap.
Most importantly, it gives Brett it out to True Name Nemesis against Stefan. Because there's very real possibility Stefan just taps out on turn 3 and slams True Name Nemesis and is like...
I am wondering if we're going to see
Hello?
Sword of Fire and Ice from Stefan Bard for his next pick. It's pretty slow, but it just wins so many matchups.
I think he can go like...
He can just play it on turn 7, lead
Yeah.
4 up, and then flash a guy, and if nothing else happens, then that's the game. No matter what creature he puts it on, like, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. I think Stefan's going to have a really tough time versus Blake.
Yeah.
I think that's like his only bad matchup right now.
Pride Mage from Pat Produsco.
I like it. I want to see Green Sun Zenith now.
One of the best cards. Yeah, his deck really wants Green Sun Zenith.
Obviously Dryad Arbor as well. A Johnny Vengeant?
AJV. Why not? Get them all in there.
He doesn't even have Lightning Helix yet.
Yeah, taking AJV over Lightning Helix is 100% wrong.
4 mana Lightning Helix.
Maybe
worse than 2 mana.
Maybe
Lightning
1,000,000,000% wrong. Ravenous Trap. Serge Jagger also really good at picking magic cards. I have no idea what they do.
So it's 2 double black. If an opponent has had 3 or more cards enter their graveyard this turn, you may cast it for free. Exile any number of cards in target
Are we
player's
talking
graveyard.
about cards that have synergy with Hedron Crab right now? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, Serge Jagger. Sorry, so when you cast it, you exile any number of cards from an opponent's
Graveyard.
Cool. Serge Jagger, you are a filthy man. You're disgusting and filthy, and I love it.
So it gets around Emrakul.
It also beats Yogswell if he wants to do it.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Because lots of people, like, just start off by casting Yogsville, and you don't get to cast it for free.
Yeah.
And doesn't he already have Leyline?
Card. Love it. Nick
Giga
Picard wants to
Drows.
go off. He's
All-
going to tap you out first.
All of a sudden, he's back on the high tide plan.
Yeah, well, sure. His deck just makes a bunch of mana. It can Giga Drows for 2. Your opponent's going to play a spell, leave 2 up, you can Giga Drows for 2 and kill them.
But, like, back to the question, how much blue mana does he have?
He has almost none right now. He has Tellurian Academy.
I guess he's just
He
playing...
hasn't picked any rocks up yet or anything.
I guess he's not... He's planning to play, like, mostly basic island.
I hope so. I don't know. He's got Mana Confluence and Godless Shrine.
And a
Drown
water
Catacomb.
eater. And a water eater.
That's an island.
Yeah. And Tellurian
I
Academy.
just, like, want to see Pentad Prism here. Or, like, some other weird rock.
Yeah, like, he needs more rocks to make this academy good, right? He
needs
is.
a bunch.
One...
Muddle the Mix. Nice. Love that pick.
Pat really wanted that.
Yeah, it's fine in his deck. It gets some counter spells. It gets him. It doesn't get him Orm's Chance.
It gets him Painter Servant, though.
It gets him Painter Servant, which is good.
Ghost
and
Quarter from
more
Surge.
importantly, yeah, it stays out of Surge's deck. It stays out of Liam's deck. It stays out of Stefan's deck.
I don't think Surge wants that at all. He doesn't
Ghost
have anything
Quarter. Whoa. Holy applesauce, Batman. That is an early Ghost Quarter.
on. Yes.
Spirit of the Lab from Blake Hodson. Just
Good
going back into
pick.
white. Loves it. Why not? Get it in there.
Things we still haven't seen. Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise.
Yeah, so we still haven't seen either of those. I also, like...
Those cards are insane. Have you ever
I
cast
always-
those cards?
I've never cast them yet.
They are,
They're broken.
Yeah.
I've had them cast against me a bunch of times. So I've
Straight
been playing green-red.
like, all of a sudden you're winning the game.
Yeah.
And then they cast this card and you're like, man,
He just draws 6 cards.
I am so dead.
Yeah.
He gets to pick the best 2 out of 7?
Yeah. 7 is
2 out of 7?
such a disgusting number.
He just cast Ancestral Recall that costs 25 cents?
Yeah, 25% Ancestral Recall.
Green Sunstorm Pat.
Nice pick.
Yep.
Pat has made these last 10 picks beast.
Yeah, all of a sudden
Pretty
we got
important to note that, like, when we
way
took our
back-
break, we all gathered in the living room and, like, told some jokes, and Nick Picard didn't say anything. Nick Picard just, like, went on his laptop and went into the tank.
That's true.
So I feel like he's
Ulcerate
pretty
from Brad.
calculated.
That's 1 mana, -3/-3, you lose 3 life.
Ulcerate?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta give people ulcers. That card's also called Spicy Hot Sauce.
I also don't think it's great. It's fine.
Does it scry for 1 too?
No.
Was it one of those
No.
cycle?
Does not scry.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
There's got to be better removal spells, right?
I
Like
feel
Ghastly
like
Demise?
I was gonna say I feel like just taking Ghastly Demise or even Vindicate.
Cunning Wish from Liam.
Jesus. Are you? Yeah, I guess he's gonna
Go-
have
go for
a
the throw.
sideboard.
Go for the throw for Stefan. Yeah. The wishes are all legal in this format.
Yeah. Yeah, you're always gonna
So
have
I
5 cards.
brewed
to
up a
wish for.
deck. I was in the last one where I had I had a Living Wish board, and I had like Peacekeeper and
Jesus.
a bunch of stuff in my Living Wish sideboard. So John takes Snuff out back onto the mono black control plan. Except I don't think he can afford to lose 4 life.
Also, like, he doesn't have very much hand attack.
No, he has Thoughtseize and him,
And him. That's it.
and that's it. Like he can't fight this fair game. He just has to try and unfair people out of the game. Right?
I guess so. I have no idea how John Ellis was winning.
Like
this.
I think he should just start taking like Undiscovered Paradise, Gemstone Mine.
Yeah. He takes ill-gotten gains after
Biggie.
Snuff out.
I'm so confused. Do you have any idea what's going on?
From John Millsap, I have no clue.
Okay. We're on the same page.
Yeah. He's got a bunch of decks there.
I just interviewed him and
Got a bunch of decks and 10 picks to make it work. He has 45 picks or 40?
45.
45. So he's got
We're
15
gonna-
picks to make it work.
Yeah.
15, 16 picks.
So who are we interviewing? We're almost at 30. We turboed this one.
I'll interview Nick Picard or Surge. I'm happy to interview either of those guys.
I think I want Pat.
Deal. I thought we just interviewed Pat. No, we didn't. We interviewed,
Do we want to do 2 each this time?
sure.
I kind of want Pat and Stefan. Unknown.
Yours. I will take Blake and Nick.
I thought you wanted Nick and Surge. You want Blake and Nick?
I don't care. I'll take. Sorry, we haven't.
We have to
we
interview.
interviewed John already.
We'll,
right,
we'll
right.
interview 4 people this time, and we'll do the last 2 at the end of the draft. Who do you think we should do at the end of the draft?
probably supposed to save Stefan, right? Like, how did you like winning this tournament?
Yeah. Do you like saving Steph and Liam? Because I want to interview Liam after he takes Blazing Shoal.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll save Steph and Liam. So I want Pat and Serge, I guess.
Sure,
So
I'll take Nick and Blake.
Okay. Shriekmaw for Brett.
Are we gonna stop at 30 and do another break? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I told John to stop after, like, he won't go to 31. He'll stop at 30.
Let's stop at 30. Shriekmaw to Brett. I love
Pure,
that pick.
pure through depths from Liam.
There
Dryad
it is.
Arbor from Pat. He's like, we scripted his picks.
Yeah.
They're perfect.
He's pretty comfortable playing this deck though.
Yeah.
I've seen him play a bunch of decks that are like very similar to this. I don't know why he went into white so early.
There's Helix for Blake.
Yep.
I just don't think he has the knowledge. Like he doesn't like have Fine Lasher, Kudzu, Lord Skelkodal, Vidalcan Heretic in his range.
Even Dryad,
Sophisticate.
not sophisticated. What am I thinking?
The non-basic land block.
No, the one whenever you cast a multicolor spell, it gets +1/+1.
Oh yeah.
The Faquarian Dryad.
Yeah, Quarian Dryad.
Serge Jäger taking the Zuran Orb.
All right. Combo's
Card's good.
online.
Card's good.
Fastball Crucible Zuran Orb is a combo, folks.
Yeah, kill me now, Liam Coughlin. You only have 40 turns to deal 20 million damage to me. That's my drawing. What do you want to do about it?
Blake now hates his life.
Blake
Can't beat Zuran Orb.
Blake also can't beat Zuran Orb. Nick Picard taking Hercule's Recall. He does not want to get.
Is he gonna brain freeze people?
He does not want to get cheated. He might cast Brain Freeze sometimes this game.
I was gonna say he can recall Hercule's Recall himself
And cast all of his things again.
to build Storm, right?
Yep.
Because like Hercule's Recall himself, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Mox Diamond, Isochron Scepter.
The Grindstone is durable.
Yeah, Grindstone, even Painter. Those all cost 2 or less.
Yep.
He still doesn't have many artifacts though.
Yeah, he's got 16 picks. And I assume like his last 3 or 4 picks are just going to be like weird rocks. Like Shield, so he can take Shield Spear if he wanted to, if he's worried about getting aggroed out.
I think he should start taking artifact lands.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. He should be on Seat and Vault for sure.
And Ancient Den.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, he's playing white.
He's got a little bit of white. There's Time Spiral.
All
All caps, Time
Spiral.
Spiral. Get ready, kids. All
Nick
caps.
moving in. All caps moving in Time Spiral. The all caps Time Spiral. Love it. There we go. Crop rotation from Surge.
Crop rotation picked up by Serge Jäger.
So I'm just gonna talk to Surge and say, so have you just drafted every single card you had written down on your 45 card list?
So you just draft half your Highlander deck, dude?
Boil from Blake.
Whoa.
4 mana, destroy all islands. Seems good versus Mr. Picard.
Yeah.
You want a high tide, friend?
No.
Boil.
No high tide for you.
Sounds pick 30, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They like have to finish the round 30.
No, they're all around 31, aren't they?
No.
Your stream might be faster.
No.
Yeah, this is 30. Has not been filled up yet.
Oh, sorry, my eyes are just going.
No worries. Yeah, we're still doing it.
I was afraid this takes like 2 hours. I'm like, oh god, it's so sleepy.
I can't believe Time Twister hasn't gone yet.
Yeah.
Like, Time Spiral or Time Twister?
Time Spiral's better in his deck because it untaps lands with high
But
tide.
still.
Well, like, it's better in his deck. John should be playing. We kept saying John should be.
We have no idea what John's drafting right now.
He said he was. You heard the interview. He said he was going to draft Storm.
Yeah.
He's not doing it. What? Yeah. Hey guys, Kate is chilling.
Kate is here.
I was so confused. As
The
to
lovely
what
Kate is here,
people
and
were
she
doing.
is also confused as to what John is drafting.
Yeah.
Not just John. I'm confused as to what a lot of people are doing.
Most of the other people you can.
Because they're pretty. I mean, Liam Coughlin's deck, like, while being all over the board combo and like kind of sloppy, like is very
I
powerful.
don't understand why he picked Protein Hulk and Flash and none of the other pieces.
Because the other pieces aren't going to get picked.
He doesn't have to pick them till late, right? Now that he has them, like no one's gonna, like maybe Brett will take Carrion Feeder, but nobody else is gonna take anything.
Yeah, like, and there are like 3 different combos you can kill people with. That's why I think he's going to take Splinter Twin, because one of the combos is like a Kiki Jiki combo, right? You can combo
yeah,
off
you
Flash.
can Kiki Jiki off Flash Hulk with Kiki Jiki, can't you? What do you
Yeah.
take?
It's like a Karmic Guide.
Yeah, you
loop,
take
I think.
Karmic Guide and like.
I think you get like Karmic Guide, Sack Outlet, then get Kiki
Hulk
Jiki
back.
something.
There's obviously the easy one, which is like you just have to set up.
Malira Red Cap.
Yeah, Malira Red Cap.
Merchant
Coughlin
Scroll.
taking
From,
Reds or Merchant Scroll.
what does that get him? Is he like
He gets a
Merchant
mystical-
Scrolling for Mystical Tutor?
He gets a Mystical Tutor. He gets some Force of Will.
So Pat took Vapor Snag.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I like
why
that.
not? Yeah, when your card pulls not that deep. Gatekeeper. I love Gatekeeper Malakir.
Batter Skull finally off the board from Stefan.
Yeah, he has to take it eventually.
What are you saying, Kato?
I was confused about Liam's Cunning Wish pick.
Why?
I don't know. I just like he doesn't.
He can have like Flash in the board. He could
That's
have.
true, but I don't know. It caught me off guard.
That's it.
Chalice of the Void from John. I'm so fucking confused.
So happy we interviewed that guy first.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna do
are,
interviews first this time.
We are 3/4 way through this.
Send Patty V and then search. Just send Patty V, I'll get Patty V, just send it to search. They're in the main room on the windowsill. Yeah. Close the door. Unless you want everyone to know your secrets. Secrets.
Super secret.
Alright. So we're here to talk to Pat Berdusco about his deck. His Time Walk deck. So we talked about you taking Time Walk and hoping to wheel Ruby. So you took Time Walk and Ruby immediately went the pick after.
Yeah, Blake's a scumbag.
Blake's a scumbag. Is that why you took Thalia?
Yeah.
We were like, okay, his deck's looking really good. That top pick is like questionable, and then you slam Thalia, and we were like, oh,
Get some, Blake.
we actually thought that was Blake typing in the wrong spot.
I did it to spite him. I thought it was gonna be his next pick, so I took it.
we thought you might have just hated it because it's pretty good against you. We thought you were just gonna be blue green,
Yeah.
but we didn't know if you had like the card depth to stay blue green.
I lost all my lands to Surge, which was
Yeah,
fairly hard on my deck.
we kept saying like take breeding pool, take breeding pool, take breeding
Yeah.
pool. Surge snapped it up with like
I
that's
know.
fucked.
Yeah. So this deck's pretty rough.
So you like got bailed out by the fact that no one realized Wooded Foothills was up for like 3 rounds.
I know.
and like you managed to eke it out pretty late.
Yeah.
So
I still have
you
to
took
make some
Cryptic
late pick
Command,
lands. Well,
followed by Gaddock Teague. That's not a combo.
Yeah. I don't think Cryptic. I think Cryptic's going in the sideboard.
Okay. We really like your last like 10 to 12 picks though. We think after Trigon Predator you like zoned in on all your picks. We were like, yeah, Pat should take this, and then you took it.
Yeah. I
Oh,
had some-
Pat's next pick should probably be this, and then you took it.
That's good. Okay. I was in the middle of the draft. I was all over the map.
Yeah, from like Sensei's top to Gaddock Teague. We were like,
Yeah. And now I'm back on hate cards and counter spells and 2 power creatures.
yeah. Shane was saying take either vial since like pick 10. Shane was like,
No, I
somebody please.
I didn't
take
think
Aether
anyone was
Vial."
gonna take it, so
We just think it's so good in this draft. 'Cause there's like
I
a
wanted
ton
to
of tempo decks. And
yeah.
like,
I wanted to get Trinket Mage and I messed up. I let it go really late and then Nick took it.
yeah.
But,
So is there anything else you're looking to get for this deck in the last 15 picks? Like
Yeah.
anything you're for sure gonna take? Just like fill out some slots. Anything
I'm gonna get
spicy?
some swords. I might like take a Judge's Familiar, Geist, maybe, and then I need some lands, like some newer lands, Yavimaya Coast, something like that. I think because my mana's pretty rough.
Yeah, definitely taking some lands. So gonna take some swords, maybe a guys to finish the combo decks off quickly.
Yeah. I want more than 2 power attacking.
Yeah. So, whose deck are you really afraid of? Whose deck are you like holy shit?
Well, I thought I was gonna be scared of Blake's deck, but I have all my creatures are really good against his, so I think that's fine. And the rest of the decks, I'm not. I want to fight with this deck. I have all the hate cards main deck.
What do you think of Surge's deck?
He doesn't have Dark Depth, so I think it's easy.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He'll probably crush me.
Is there anybody's deck you think is confused?
Oh,
like more than yours?
Liam's just taking every card possible, but he likes to play 6 combos in one deck.
That's true. That's pretty par for Liam.
Yeah, I wish I got a Venser because
That card's good.
yeah, it was either Venser and Krakus, and I didn't get either.
Both Shannon and I think Stefan's deck is the best right now.
Yeah, I like it. I like mine better than his. His deck has a lot of good cards that just fight all the other decks.
Yeah, we just think his disruption is so strong, and like having ancestral and library is like.
Yeah, I
broken
didn't
shit.
get library either. It was rough. All my lands got taken early, and I thought I'd get a late library. I don't know. I thought this deck was gonna be completely free to take whatever card I wanted.
Yeah. Did you plan to go banned from the beginning?
No.
Do you plan to be blue green? Or do you plan to be blue
green,
red?
blue red or blue green, and then when I took the Thalia, and then
You just
decided
YOLO'd?
I wanted to play it. Yeah. I think I might take a Leonin Arbiter next pick.
Yeah.
I messed up not taking Rashid Import too. It's rough.
Yeah. Yeah. So you.
But first time doing this, so.
No, this format's super hard, and it's like, even if you've done research and like have a list, it's like way harder. And
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we move on to the?
No, all in
Next
on
maybe.
hate creatures.
All right. Do you want to send Surgeon?
Yeah.
Thanks. Good luck in the rest of the draft.
Thanks. Surge, you're up. Surge.
Hello.
Ah.
Do you want to close the door so people can hear?
Oh, my strategy's pretty transparent.
It's true. So we wanted to talk to you about how you've gotten every single card you ever wanted.
Yeah.
And more. Like no one's even remotely come close to taking anything from you, right?
Oh man, I think there are 2
Like-
cards.
Like Dark Depths. You probably
Yeah,
wanted?
Dark Depths was kind of a backup plan, which is neat.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking at Surge's list.
It's like
And starting from the top, it's all just been crossed off.
yeah, like Flusterstorm was kind of neat just to deal with some of the really fast unfair decks.
Yeah. No, we're really like we noticed that card went super late.
Yeah.
That card's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So right now I'm just missing my finishers, which is pretty tricky.
Yeah. So you need
So like the top 3 I really need to get right now are Hedron Crab, Altar of the Brood, and Oboro, whatever that full
Yeah.
card's name is.
Palace of the Cause.
Yeah, and then we can
So
abuse
we-
Fast
we-
Bond and just
we-
mill people out.
We've been saying since pick 3 you were gonna kill people with Hedron Crab.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Something they might not see coming though is I'm going to grab the Archive Trap, which I think is pretty strong right now. I'm really all in on Fast Bond, so I'm thinking of grabbing Serum Powder,
Yeah.
just to try and mulligan really aggressively to get
And
that.
I
And
see
then
a few other spicy cards on this list. Anything else you're thinking of picking up?
I need to get Glacial Chasm.
Yeah.
It's one of the infinite enablers.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Fast Bond and an Infeed Bounce thing. Oh, crap! I need to write that down right now. 2 mana blue enchantment, Trade Routes. Wow, I can't believe I almost forgot Trade Routes.
Discard a land draw card.
Discard a land, draw a card, or with Fast Bond, Infeed Bounce lands over and over and over.
Right.
That'll give me a couple redundant ways to do that. Yeah, I might have to pick Serum Powder pretty high right now because there's a couple of other all-in combo decks that I think are going to want that.
Mm-hmm.
So that might have to be my first pick there. I don't think anyone's going to hate pick the Crab. Or do I just like send out the strong message, just go Crab, just like right now I'm going to play 2 creatures, Crab and Corsive Crewfix.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
some other neat things. Like I've got Bazaar of Baghdad and Tabernacle, just some other value lands that might be decent.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking of Riftstone Portal, just as a way to get that in my graveyard and help fix my colors, because I am a 4-color deck right now, which is just a little bit awkward.
Yeah, your lands are pretty solid though. Like
I picked lands early. I picked lands pretty early just to
Yeah.
try and help out a bunch.
I just talked to Pat, and he was like, "Yeah, he took both Trop and Breeding Pool," and we're like, "Yep, you definitely should have taken those."
Yeah, he's just on the Bant beatdown plan, right?
Yeah, he's like on a Bant hate bearsy type of deck. So talking a bit more about the whole draft, is there anybody standing out who you think is like, oh man, their deck is insane, apart from yourself?
Well,
Obviously.
John Millsip, I'm a little bit worried about. It's like John and Brett with the hand attack. I actually think one of my best matchups right now is going to be Stefan.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
you're just playing lands. You don't care about counter spells that much.
yeah, I don't have that many. I mean, I might have to put one attack land in there, like Nantugo Monastery or something, just something to beat him to death while things are going down there.
Yeah.
And he's got the swords, but I think he's not going to be able to deal with my deck, which is pretty neat. And then similarly, Blake. I don't think Blake's clock interacts with mine in any way. I mean, Eidolon of the Great Revels, I'm probably pretty dead.
Yeah,
But-
I think just about everyone's dead to that card. That card is quite good.
Yeah, but like Liam, I'm not too worried about. I can pretty much put Ensnaring Bridge in the sideboard, Ensnaring Bridge and Mindbreak Trap can sit in the sideboard and just come in against those two matchups.
Yeah.
Nothing else is too scary. I think the fair decks I'm unfair enough that I can beat, and the unfair decks I picked hate cards early enough that I'm not just ruined to them.
Yeah, that seems like you navigated this draft really well so far. Good luck in the rest.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for chatting.
No worries.
So I'm gonna tag out. Shane's gonna come in and interview a couple people, and then we'll be back for part 3 of the draft. Shane, you're up, coach.
If we were at order pizza.
Welcome back, chat. I'm sitting in the room
Is the
with
stream just-
and there's like 4 or 5 people in here.
Oh, sweet.
With Blake Hodson, who looks to be drafting kind of a Boros deck. Tell us about this draft and how it's going.
There has been one card in the entire draft that somebody picked that I wanted.
Yep, you got Thalia sniped from you.
Yep, that's-
pretty early by a rogue Pat Produsco.
That's the only card.
Who looked like he was going to go pretty heavy into like blue green tempo early, and then
Yeah.
like out of complete nowhere, just snatches a Thalia.
On the drive here, he was talking about how he wanted to go, like, blue-red. And so but then I took the rubies. He was like, I want to go blue-green, and then everyone just kind of goozled him super hard. But, yeah, I've just been... my decks...
Green's been completely open, and he's gotten everything green he's wanted.
Yeah, he's gotten everything green he wants. His deck's actually going to end up pretty good.
If he fought like for blue a little earlier and like maybe left Thalia and top out, like the nice thing is he gets counterbalance whenever he wants it.
Yeah. Like, my deck is, like, super on rails, but I think it might be good.
Your
I
deck
don't
is
know.
still just going to kill people.
Like,
there
I think
anything-
that's the
is there
thing.
anything that you really want?
Left? Yeah, I mean, there's cards that I definitely need left, but I just simply don't think anyone's going to take them. Which is why I started taking cards like Chill and Boil.
Yeah.
Just because I can't beat Chill. Like, I obviously want Boral's Charm. I obviously want Manic Vandal.
Yep.
I want, some other... Yeah, a bunch of just burn spells. Play me Flames of Blood Hand.
Is there any like decks or lists you're looking at right now and you're going, what the hell?
Yeah, like... I don't think it's because of any fault of his own, but I think Brett got super ruined. And I think he's been basically trying to struggle to find out what he's been doing. Like, I think Brett and John in the same draft is, like, an unfortunate thing, because they like to draft the exact same things.
Yeah,
And
both are Storm players.
I think Nick's deck is quite bad. Like, maybe it's good. Like, obviously he has, like, a lot of really good stuff. Like, he can do, like, the Scepter of Wormschamp, which beats everyone.
Yeah, he's got
But-
a bunch of really, really powerful cards. He doesn't have a lot of selection right now.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I think that deck wants,
And he
like...
doesn't have a lot of interaction.
He has opening hands to beat everybody, but he is less recovery from bad opening hands. And I don't know what Surge is doing.
Surge
But
is
I
just
never
doing the
really
thing
know
he
what
does.
Surge is doing.
Yeah, Surge is doing the thing he does every game, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna 40th pick Hermit crap.
Actually, one of the cards that got taken from me that I probably would have taken was Phyrexian Revoker.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have taken it nearly that high, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think at this point I'm just going to start taking burn spells. Like, the cards I took early are not the cards I think are the most important for the deck. Like, by any means. It's just cards I thought other people might take.
Is there like a most surprising pick this draft, where you like saw somebody pick something in the blue, like maybe other than that Thalia?
Yeah, that was
Thalia,
weird.
That Thalia was like pretty.
I don't know what Liam's like Mon Nexus is doing. Like, I don't know if he was thinking about that and then is going to change up.
It's a pretty wild pick, eh?
Stefan taking Stoneforge Mystic was interesting. I did not see that coming because he had no white cards and basically was just in blue. Also, I don't know what High Tide is doing in Nick's deck. Like, is he in High Tide? He's touched High Tide and then like
He has Time
no
Spiral,
High Tide cards except for Time Spiral.
and he has Frantic Surge. So he has like a few of the pieces. He doesn't have a way to get High Tide.
Yeah, like there's every tutor's gone. He has personal tutor, right? Who else?
He has Personal Tutor and he has Model Mixture.
Yeah.
But those like are probably more to set up him Painter, Serpenting, or Tinkering.
Yeah, so I think the rest of the draft basically is going to be 15 picks worth of like artifact destruction spells and burn spells.
Yeah.
And it's going to be super
Are you
boring.
Are you looking for like Pyrostatic Pillar or?
I think Eidolon Great Will fills that role.
Fills that role,
I don't think I need Pyrostatic Pillar. I don't. The only person I possibly bring it into the board is John, and I think my matchup versus John is good anyway.
Yeah.
I don't yeah. Like the only deck that I'm honestly afraid of playing is Stefan.
Stefan, I think, has the best deck built so far.
But
Stefan's deck's really
I
insane.
think Stefan loses to a lot of the combo.
He loses to a lot of the.
Like, I think
his
Stefan
deck's
gets crushed.
kind of fair, right?
I think Stefan gets crushed by Liam, just playing show and tell, sneak attack. Like, if he
Yeah.
can't counter the sneak attack, he's just dead.
Yep.
Like,
for
there's
sure.
nothing he can do.
He's got Caracas.
He has no way to get it though.
Yeah, he has no way. He just has to nat draw and play Caracas.
Yeah. Like, so I think I probably lose right now on board. I think I probably lose to Stefan.
Yeah, his deck's really good.
But I think I have an insane matchup versus Liam.
Do you think we're looking at him picking up Kitchen Finks?
Probably.
Or do you think Pat Podasco's going to snag it out before him?
I think one of the two is definitely going to take that card. Like, that's why I've been taking Skullcrack, and I'm going to take Flames of the Blood Hand, and I've taken Sulfura Vortex. Like, obviously, when somebody's obviously, like, super mono red, those
you
cards.
want to get your mono red staples.
Like, someone's, like, with Nick and Stefan, someone's taking Timely Reinforcements.
Any consideration into Shrapnel Blast? Like, it looks to me like you're going to play the burn variant as opposed to the Sly variant. So
Yeah.
I think if Surge hadn't have taken Ensnaring Bridge, you probably would have.
Yeah, I think in this format, the burn spell version is better than the creature version. I think it's close. Like, I'm probably going to take a Fire Drink of Satyr.
Yeah.
Maybe a Strong Quick Noble.
Cool.
Still, but I think I'd rather be on the burn spells because burn spells gets around things like the chant decks
Yeah.
because you can instant speed your spells.
Moat's pretty up for grabs. Like, Stefan can play Moat.
Yeah.
Surge can play Moat.
Yeah, like there's like obviously like if you can play a deck with very few creatures and just all these burn spells, you blank removal. Like there are a lot of counter spells in situational in this format. Like only one person has counter spell, only one person has force of will, right?
So you're a little surprised no one's trying to draft Mud in this format. Like the closest thing is Nick,
next day, yeah.
but
I think it's
not-
overrated.
It's not very Mud. Like,
I think it's massively overrated. You
Yeah.
only have one sphere resistance in your deck. You only have one transfer in your deck. You only
yeah,
have one.
Mudstone Golem. There's a bunch of stuff, but yeah, it's not
We only have one workshop, right?
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
I think that deck is super overrated. I think every VRD. I think the basic people have tried it and it just doesn't work. You need your deck to be redundant. Basically, I just want the most redundant deck in the room.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to be playing 40 of the same spell, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
Any last words?
No, I also have dinner plans, so I drafted a deck that would show hopefully
Yeah, you have to try and
get
play
me
all
out of
your
here as
matches
fast
in
as
3
possible.
hours.
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
Good luck, my friend.
Yeah.
Could you grab Nick card for me?
Back. Hey.
This is Serge Jagger. He's here
Again?
for more drinks.
Yeah, I forgot
Now
my
he's
water.
leaving.
Nick, I'm on to you.
I don't know how many people are in this chat right now, but we're welcomed and graced with Nick Picard, drafting what appears to be the sweet Tinker combo, perhaps delving into a High Tide deck. Tell us a little bit about this draft and how it's going.
All right, yeah. So I had high hopes that I'd get Time Vault. That obviously didn't work out, but Tinker was my second pick for like reasonable expectations, like reasonably thinking it'll get to me. And Mana Crypt was my third, so I was super happy to just have 2 of my top 3.
You
right away.
wheeled what we thought was the most powerful top 2 picks.
Right.
Like
Yeah, I
if
mean-
you have to pick any 2 cards from Power 9, you're either like taking Lotus. Lotus Demonic's pretty insane, but Tinker Manic
yeah.
being able to Tinker turn 1's really good.
Yep. So Tinker turn 1 in this deck, and obviously it's got just lots of other artifact combos. And then like, I knew Tolarian Academy would be good in it. I know I'm gonna have lots of artifacts, but then I had this kind of crisis at some point. I was just I don't know. The High Tide pick was a weird one. That's kind of like this turning point in the draft. Like, do I make my deck viably a High Tide deck? That was a question that's been like seriously lurking around in my head. Like, to make it viable, like you have all these questions about which non-basics you're playing. Like, I only got the Water Grave. I didn't get Underground Sea or Hallowed Fountain or any Tundra, any of the other ones. Obviously, black's only in there for Mind Twist, and white's only in there for Orm's Chant.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have lots of artifact fixing that I can potentially
your
get.
deck-
Right, I can get lots of
Your
talismans.
deck for sure has the most unfair startup hands, I think, of all the decks that we're looking at.
So,
There's
like,
like-
High Tide makes it more unfair, but only if I skew my deck in that direction. And I've decided to abandon High Tide. Don't tell anyone else, because I think it's a fine red herring to have it in there.
Totally.
They're going to be thinking about High Tide. They're going to be planning for it, and it's not
Absolutely.
in the deck. It's getting cut. So I'm just going to late pick all the artifact lands and just gem a bunch of other non-basics. I'd like to pick up a Tendo Ice Bridge late. Obviously, Glimmer of Void I'll get for free.
Are you looking at any particular rocks? Like we talked about, maybe you picking up Pantad Prism as a weird askewed rock, or
Right.
trying to fix into like talismans, or
Right. So I want to take full advantage of the workshop. So that means having always artifacts to cast on turn 1 and 2. So stuff to just jam your mana into, especially that produces, mana that you can actually use on spells, mana that you can actually use to cast Time Spiral. That's really valuable. So,
we wanted to know if your Hercules recall was a hate draft, or
Oh.
were you
Oh,
planning,
yeah.
were you planning to go into Storm? We were wondering if you were going to try and storm people.
no,
out.
it's just straight hate draft. Going into this draft, I knew that I have a lot of islands, and I'm afraid of Hercules Recall, Boil, and Choke. And Boil's got taken. Choke is way up on my list to hate draft. But I'm glad to get Hercules Recall out of the way. There's a bunch of red, like Shattering Spree, things like that. There's a bunch of red cards I'm scared of, but there's only really one dedicated red drafter at the table, so I'm not really stressed about that.
Yeah.
There's lots of kill 1 artifacts, but I have so many redundant artifact combos that I'm not really stressing out about a single,
I think we could safely say that maybe the weakest point of your deck is the fact that you won't really interact with your opponent. You have a couple counter spells.
I have no removal. I have, 2 counter spells?
I think you have 2.
Mem Lapse.
You have a little bit of
power,
card selection.
Power Sync.
And negate.
I don't know if that's a weakness. I think everyone else is, busy jamming removal into the decks, and then they'll face up against either combo decks, or else they're they're jamming in artifact destruction, and they face other creature decks. I think that's my strength of my deck, is that,
You don't have to interact.
no interaction. Exactly.
Yep. Cool, man. Let's talk about some of the other decks that we've seen. Is there anybody you're particularly worried about, or anybody you think you get a free walk by?
I think Blake might be too fast for me.
Blake's deck is very fast.
I'm a little bit scared of that. Like, I think I might kill, or not
you got,
kill, but
you
like
got Sphinx.
yeah. I mean,
Right.
Sphinx is big. I took it that early specifically because I'm like, well,
Shores that match pretty
there's
quick.
slightly possible Liam is also worried about Blake and takes Sphinx, right?
Yeah.
What's a big ass life?
That's what we talked about, right?
So I'm scared of Liam taking it. I'm scared of Blake also hating it. So I felt like I had to pull the trigger on that one. So I've got Sphinx, and the necessity of Sphinx against Blake made me want to take Peer Through Depths to try and make Tinker more reliable. Peer Through Depths got taken
By
way
Liam.
sooner than I thought. I thought I could leave that for like 35 kind of thing. Liam took Peer Through Depths, so that's disappointing. I'm starting to think of like other filtering ways, like maybe I have to take Thirst for Knowledge, which I think is a little bit slow in this format. It's 3 whole mana.
3 whole manas.
My deck basically curves
Not
out
fast.
to 2.5 kind of thing, like as high as I get.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might do it just to get Tinker more
We had
reliably.
we had some fun questions about like Memory Jar and Lodestone Golem, and like the directions you could take this deck in.
There's a lot of directions. This deck's
Whether you
been
wanted
built.
to play stacks, or whether you wanted to play
Yeah,
mono blue, just degenerate.
it's been
spell.
built a lot of different ways in past VRDs, and The most successful version like managed to get show and tell. I was disappointed that I didn't get that. That went very early, but
Yeah.
I mean we have a lot of combo players in the room, so I'm not terribly surprised.
It is a pretty heavy. What do we think of Joe Millsap's deck?
John Millsap's deck is ridiculous, and I think everyone should be scared of it. Of course I am. I mean, he sides out all his creature kill game 2 and 3, so... yeah, it's really fast. It's got a lot of, like, discard's very good against me. You got a lot of discard kind of thing.
So right now his only win condition is Mutavault and Tendrils Beggar. And sorry, Andy has Thespian Stage and Hex Mage with Dark Depths.
I'm honestly so confused about that Mutavault play. That is so weird to me.
I think he's had
I
the
don't
most
know.
questionable picks of this draft that we've seen with the Pack Rat, the Death Ray Shaman, the Reanimate.
Like, he could have the most insane broken combo deck.
We thought
I
that he
think-
was supposed to be in on picking the City of Brass and Mana Confluence way earlier and like trying to go into red because of it and play the traditional Storm deck.
I think
But
he's currently got a nut storm deck with some
He's-
terrible cards in it.
he's
And it
got
almost doesn't
3
matter.
Wild
I think
Menaces, yeah.
like he possibly still rolls over us. Yeah, sure. I'm scared of John Millsap. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Like all the good counter spells I'm taking, kind of thing. Like, well, I'm gonna try a combo out faster than him.
Totally.
I'm like in this weird situation also where I'm worried about people taking like Eldrazi's. I can't hate them all out, but like I want Painter Servant to be live.
Yeah.
I don't actually have that many win conditions. Sphinx of Steelwind is a slow kill, especially against combo decks.
There's a bunch of decks that don't care about it.
Yep. Isaac Conceptor Orange Chant is not even a kill.
Yeah.
Painter Servant Grindstone is not a kill if they've have anywhere in their sideboard any like shuffle effect kind of thing.
Mhm.
So
He
Any-
also had Rest to be hated out, unfortunately. There was a chance you could take Rest and then still go Painter Serpent them out.
yeah.
But not anymore.
So yeah.
Cool, man. Do you have any last words, or should
yeah,
we let you guys get back to the room?
I'm gonna see if I can get any more win conditions in this deck. We'll see how that works. I don't know if there are any good ones. Maybe I just don't care.
Is there anything you really want? Maybe a mere Battle Sphere? It's the spicy sphere.
Sphere or Blightsteel, one or the
Roll it
other,
on
right?
down. Cheers, brother. Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. Oh, do you want in on this pizza order?
Not good. Ate so much pizza. We'll be right back. Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt are gone. There goes the thinking.
Welcome back, streamers.
We're gonna finish up the last round of this draft here, and then probably play some matches. You know what I'm saying? Some matches. Joined as always by my handsome self is the gorgeous Jeremy White. He's he's pooping right now, but talking to you from the bathroom.
Yeah, wireless headsets, folks. They're
Plunk. To all those who are still here watching, we thank you for your continued support. You guys are totally grand. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. I will tell Serge that he is a scrub. Thank you, Spencer. I will pass that on. To any of you who know Serge Jaeger, he's basically drafted his Highlander deck. Pretty hilarious. Shoutouts to Spencer, school teacher extraordinaire. He's here to make sure your kids know how to read and therefore learn how to play Magic cards. So when you see Mr. S in the classroom, thank him very much. Now he's laughing at me. Spencer's joined us in the chat. He's stoked. So we're getting going underway, probably 30, 40 seconds. These decks are pretty rad.
Hey, Spencer. Glad you could come out. Somebody's talking to us, Shane.
I know we have a friend.
Yay.
Plus, Mr. S loves to talk trash, so that's good.
Yeah, Spencer immediately calls Hedron Crab.
Yeah, so we have a little running bet going that if someone snipes Hedron Crab from Serge Jaeger,
They're getting
None of
$250 from both of
yeah,
us.
none of them know yet, but we're gonna give them $5 if they snipe. John Millsap just sniped Knight of Souls Betrayal, which is a little weird considering that.
He's drafting Storm.
Yeah, there was
Allegedly.
there was a good chance that he was gonna try and cast Empty the Horns. Not anymore, kids. He is, right? We don't know. We don't know. He's having fun. He's having a good time. He's got about 9 Black Lotuses and nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like his deck keeps going like 2 cards Storm.
I wouldn't be surprised
2
if
cards.
his last 5 picks were just centered around Grave Titan. He was like, "Fuck it, I got Lotus. I'll cast turn 3 Grave Titan and get there." Or
He
turn.
also had the dead.
Yeah, he can turn 2 it with Lake of the Dead. That's a real deck.
Yeah, Spencer. Except all the lands are gone.
Disrupting Shoal picked up by Stefan Bard. This guy, another guy, he can draft this deck with his eyes closed.
We love Stefan's deck. Stefan's gonna kill everyone.
Stefan's deck is our golden horse. We think Stefan is gonna play Titan and win all these matches.
Yeah.
This guy.
Normally the commentators are split, but we're both just like, we love you, Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan Bard is a monster.
Sick. We love it.
Mr. S hasn't even put pants on. I hope none of his students are watching right now. It's 2 in the afternoon. He went to
Wipe away
he went to
from
Lucky
Liam.
Bar last night. Made out with an estranged man
I don't like that pick from Liam.
named Javier. Wipe away. It's pretty interesting pick. What's his line here?
I'd rather he take
Stefan
like
is our pony as well.
yeah.
So Wipe Away is like the classic hate from like 2011.
What's he bouncing?
I just don't know what he's trying to
Ensnaring
hate out.
Bridge, maybe? But like, I'm confused.
The nice thing is it's like the fix all, right? I think you're right.
Can't be countered.
I think for the most part, Wipe Away should have been Abrupt Decay.
So I fully agree.
It's
Brett takes
definitely
Sinkhole.
supposed to have been
I really
Abrupt
like that
Decay.
pick.
Yeah, Brett's on Sinkhole for sure.
Um,
Another card that's going to go super late. Really powerful card, but he's going to have to take it for a long time.
so I talked to Pat, and it doesn't sound like he's interested in taking Counterbalance at all.
Well, that's what Pat Produsco does. He just throws some fucking
Glenolendra.
stakes in everybody's plan.
I actually like that pick.
He's got this vial, man. Like his creatures are all just really good. They have a lot of value. I don't actually even know if he's going to go back into white. Like he has Canonist, he has Teague, and he has Kosai
Thalia.
Pride Mage.
Thalia. Don't forget the Thalia.
Yeah, the Thalia's pretty fun too. But
So he said this Cryptic is probably going to end up in his sideboard.
yeah, Cryptic Command is pretty bad in his list. Green Sun Zenith is a little awkward, but it's better than better than not. At least it can-
Boros Charm from Blake.
Yeah.
Another 4 damage burn spell.
Yeah, he's gonna draft every 4-mana burn spell he can right now.
4 damage burn spell.
Maybe, yeah.
Hopefully not 4 mana.
Yeah. It's not gonna be playing the Convoke one. Serum Powder by Serge Jaeger.
That is what he said he was going to do.
Oh
in
my
the...
god. Pat's deck looks to be fine. It just like his
I think Pat's deck is like a solid
his-
3-4.
yeah,
maybe.
his 8-9 picks are like pretty awkward. Like he probably is taking Arcane Denial over Counterspell or Remand over Counterspell if he like realizes he's going into white a lot earlier.
Yes. Which he didn't. He
And-
said he just decided that Blake was going to take it and hated it from him.
Yeah.
Surge's deck is sweet.
Yeah, his deck's pretty rad, but it's a giant mess. Nick Picard
Balance.
snatches balance. That's some hot shit.
That's a good one.
So I talked to Nick, and Nick really likes his deck, and I thought it was the deck that was the most top-heavy powerful. Like, it has the most open-handed hands. But I felt like his deck just didn't have a lot going for it in terms of, like, if it didn't do something broken right away, like, Black was going to rip it apart.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
Boro,
Boro.
Palace of the Clouds, of course. Of course. Spencer actually crying. He's quit his job. There's a bunch of fourth graders who just lost their education.
Torch Fiend.
Torch Fiend from Black Hudson. Not in love with that pick.
I like Manic Vandal better.
Manic Vandal, I think, is a much stronger pick. I think there's a lot of better creatures you can pick. I talked to him about maybe picking the enchantment that Eidolon of Revels is based on, Pyrostatic Pillar. But he said he wasn't interested, which I think is pretty interesting because I think this entire format you're happy just to play both.
Probably, yeah.
But that's
Resto Angel from
Resto Angel
Pat.
from Pat Bradesco. I
So
really like that.
Stefan probably really wanted that card, right?
Yeah, I think we can assume that Stefan was pretty stoked on Resto Angel.
Is that even good in Pat's deck?
It's okay.
I guess it can like blink Witness to get back Time Walk.
Yeah, that's about all it does. It saves.
I feel like
saves
Pat's
the
gonna
guy.
win a lot of matches where he draws Time Walk and lose most of the matches where he doesn't draw Time Walk.
I don't know if it's that. I think he's just gonna win every match where like people keep okay hands expecting to do unfair shit, and they just
His one
they
counter
just-
spell gets there.
Yeah, or they just like take 2 extra turns and he plays a bunch of goofy mid range guys. And
Summoner's
eats the
Pact
tower.
from Liam. Delver from Stefan.
Summoner's Pact. There it is.
There's the Delver.
Delver
thought
Secret
that- we thought that was coming.
from Stefan. Yeah, we saw the Delver coming about a mile away. Memory Jar from John Millsap. Sorry, Nick Picard.
Yeah, Spencer, that makes sense. He doesn't have a lot of ways to find the cards he needs. And Memory Jar gets sniped from Nick.
And John Millsap takes the Badlands. There it is. So he can still go into red. I think his deck would be a lot more bonkers if he had managed to land the City of Brasses earlier.
He can still take Gemstone Mine and Undiscovered Paradise.
Mine is still up, and Tendo the Ice Bridge is still
Yeah.
up. Which often all you need is one. Dig Through Time goes to Stefan Bard.
About time.
About time that Dig Through Time was taken.
That card is crazy bananas good.
Yeah, I mean, consider your deck is 40 cards. It actually just says pick up a quarter of your deck and pick the best 2 cards out of it.
Yeah.
And win the game with them.
Yes. Would you like to win the game? If yes, cast a spell for 2 mana.
If yes, at the end of your turn, cast better Factor Fiction.
Yeah.
Remember that time you could cast Factor Fiction, but you just got to choose the piles? That's what Dig Through Time is. There's also a bunch of notable like setups with Dig Through Time that let you win the game. That like not a lot of people realize. Like you can like set up demonic consultations
Yeah.
and other spells with Dig Through Time, so that like you're gonna Lab Maniac and kill them. Like
Definitely.
there's a bunch of cool setups with that card.
Can't you just console for a card that's not in your deck?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You're just like, I pick Brothers Yamazaki, and then you win the game.
Wait, I thought John was taking this.
I don't know. Yeah, I think John actually might
The
take
red
Brothers
splash.
Yamazaki.
The red splash for
Black
Brothers in
Hudson
second rate?
finally picking up Monastery Swift Spear. Love that shit.
Yeah, that card's insane. Sophie from Pat. Bloodgast from Brett.
From Pat. Pat's deck's really slow.
Taiga from Liam. Yeah, that makes sense. He was already in those colors.
Glacial Chasm from Serge Jaeger. Why lose the game when you can give your opponent a headache? Part of me hopes he loses every game today. We just have to watch him struggle
Who,
and then
Serge?
lose. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. Serge is pretty good at this.
Yeah, Brett definitely got hate drafted a lot. Transmute Artifact from Nick. I don't actually think it's even that good in his deck.
It literally, if he doesn't take Battle Sphere, it only gets Painter Servant combo.
Like he
At
has
least with
this
Battle
Tinker
Sphere, if he's getting aggroed out, he can like sack a thing and put 4 dudes into play.
and this Transmute artifact, but
Yeah, like he might have to take Thirst for Knowledge here.
well, like what's he sacking with Transmute artifact?
He has nothing yet.
I
His
know,
last 5 picks are just gonna be rocks for sure.
but he also has to take like draw spells. I just feel like he tried to do way too much. Like this High Tide nonsense.
He's abandoned it. He told me he doesn't want us to obviously tell anybody else, but yeah, he's basically abandoned
Okay, good.
High Tide.
People.
Fuck it. Why win the game when you can just restart it? Actually, I don't know.
It's basically like
upheaval
better
usually-
Karnal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. People
You
usually
start the
move
game with
game.
like 3 things in play, and your opponent.
Oh, Hedron Crab at 34th pick. This guy has no respect for the opponents. No respect whatsoever.
Our money's safe, Shane.
Yeah. Yeah. Our
I kinda
money's-
wanted
our
to
money's
play
safe.
somebody,
I
though.
can't believe he didn't 40th pick it. No one's taking Hedron Crab.
You mean 45th?
Or yeah, I can't believe he didn't 45th take it. Manic Vandal goes to Blake Hodson.
Makes sense. Better than the card he took two picks ago.
I'd like to see him take some haste creatures maybe. Hellspark Elemental.
Bogart Ram Gang.
Or Ram Gang. I don't even know if Ram Gang's good in this format. It's probably fine.
Light and Shadow from Pat. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, he's taken 2 swords and definitely not the most ideal ones.
I think Fire and Ice is insane in this draft pool.
Yeah, Fire and Ice is the best, but Light and Shadow, like, other than him getting back either Pride Mage or...
There's a
this.
Desecration Demon from Brett.
Brett's got Desecration Demon on luck. I tried to tempt him with Juzam Dushin. I don't think he's going to do it. But Blighted Agent goes to Liam Coughlin. Oh my god. Yeah, my dick just threw up. I think it's called coming. What in the fuck?
Yeah, that's the problem. Spencer pointed out in the chat. Nick needs card selection, win cons, and he needs more rocks.
Yeah.
And he's got 11 picks.
Yeah, he needs to pick at least 6 rocks of those 11 cards.
And like
And then he
probably
needs
2 win
He
cons.
needs to pick
and...
2 win cons and 3 card draw spells.
Yeah. So if his
Ideally.
picks aren't like straight on point, I think his deck is
So, like,
questionable.
if anyone's confused about this Blighted Agent pick, you have to look no further than Inkmoth Nexus Ether. We're pretty sure he's going to pick Blazing Shoal and try and kill people that way. We're pretty sure he's going to try and Blazing Shoal discarding Protein, or not discarding Protein, discarding Progenitus, trying to kill someone. So the last couple
Wheel
picks went
and
pretty
Seething
fast.
Song.
Um,
So John's finally back on track after taking Knight of Souls
yeah,
Betrayal.
so Stephen
then
Barr,
took
Stephen
then,
Barr takes Adakar Waste, John Millsip then takes Wheel of Fortune and Seething Song, which are very good cards.
I don't like the Darker Waste. I think there's better lands. Then he takes Underground
He
Harbor.
just takes some more pain lands.
Do you think the filter lands are better than the pain lands, or do you like the pain lands?
Nah, you like almost never mulligan a hand with a pain land in it. You mulligan lots of hands with filters. It's like that's maybe the argument.
I suppose, but he can't keep one-landers in this deck, right? Unless he has Ancestral, I suppose.
But like he can mulligan. I guess his deck doesn't really have to. He's not playing any colorless lands.
No.
Gets the Verdict, goes to Brett Frankson. Brett Frankson has just decided he's going to play some really fair cards
Yeah.
and try and time vault you out after. It's pretty sweet.
There's the Viscera Seer to Liam.
Spellstar Sprite goes to Pat Berdusco. Yeah, I think he's just running out of cards. There's so
That
many.
card's actually fine in this format.
There's so many really good spells he could be picking right now.
Still nobody's taking Arcane Denial, nobody's taking Condescend.
Yeah, no one's taking Condescend, no one's taking Undenial, and I think Spell Snare did get picked up.
Spell Snare definitely got picked up. I think it was, yeah, it was
And
Stefan in 15th
Memory Lapse
round.
got picked up by Nick.
Yeah. Arcane Denial, Condescend, and most of the tapping noise.
Is it still going on? Is there still tapping, Spencer?
I'm confused.
I don't know.
We'll assume it's stopped.
Sorry, so to catch you up, Blake Hudson wheels Hellspark Elemental, Surge picks Tabernacle at the Pendle Vale, and Nick
Alright,
Picard
Taking
grabs
treachery
and Snap, which
I don't understand. Since
makes
he's
us
off high tide.
makes us feel like he's gonna go so hard into high tide. Serge Jäger picks up Time Twister. Sweet baby Jesus's purple nipples. What is happening? Yeah, Anka Mishra goes to Blake Hodson. Love that pick.
So do you think he'd take Zozu as well? I think Zozu's got to be better than Ankh, right?
I think it's better than Onk too, because he's got double mocks. But
Like he can just go like.
Onk lets him play Shrapnel Blast.
What if he just goes land Mox Zozu on the play?
Yeah.
Your opponent starts at 12.
Yeah.
Yavimaya Coast from Pat. So we're gonna need to scroll down here.
So yeah, I mean, I would love to see from Pat, Query and Dryad.
That's not the right one. Tormented Hero from Brett.
Brett's
2 power 1 drop.
Not the first, actually.
No?
There was a Grave
Crawler?
A couple picks.
Yeah,
earlier.
there's the Grave Crawler. Okay, my bad.
Kitchen
Kitchen
Finks getting hate drafted by Liam.
No, it's part of
Oh,
the
sorry, it's part
combo.
of his combo. Right.
I don't like that though. I'd rather just kill my opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to play Kitchen Finks.
Like, because now he has to put both Finks and Red Cap in his deck, right? Yeah, we fully agree.
Yeah, we're very confused. It looks like he's gonna try and play combo now.
Like, the upheaval pick is fine. Like,
I even
it's
like
a win con.
I even like the
but
Time Walk picks over his last 3 picks, even if you're just playing like
Time Warp?
Time Warps, and the other Time Warp.
No, Pat doesn't have Night.
Yeah, we talked about it. Pat doesn't have another Reliquary, nor does he have any really good lands to do anything with,
No.
and they've all kind of been taken.
Past in Flames.
Past in Flames
That's a
goes
good
John.
pick.
John Millsap's deck just got real. Maybe John Millsap was like, I'm going to pick 5 cards, and then
Just
I'm
to
going to
fuck
throw
with
away
them.
20 cards, and then I'm going to pick 5 more cards, and then I'm going to beat everyone
With 10 cards.
with 10 cards in my deck. That's all I need
4
to
of them
know.
are Black Lotus.
The rest of them are just dismembers. We can hit you with Mutavault down to 18. And Manamorphose, great
Jeez,
pick.
he's in
Great
the
pick.
zone now. All right,
We were wondering when that was.
John's back to killing everyone.
Yeah, this deck's very
John
good.
went from can't lose to can't win to probably gonna 5-2.
Yeah, John's deck looks really insane right now. I would actually really like to see him pick up Defense Grid. I think
Yeah, I'm surprised no one's played that card yet.
a bunch of this this format is all about slow comboing. And I think making sure that his opponent can't counter his spells.
Yeah, like
He has some good hand attack. You know, he can't play City of Solitude. But
timely
he can
reinforcements from Stefan. I
play
like it.
Stefan trying to shore his matchup, and maybe the only hard matchup he has.
Blake, yeah.
That'll most undoubtedly go into a sideboard. Liam Coughlin looking to do Mr. S a little favor there and show the folks what Flash Hulk is worth. Hatred
it
got
is.
picked. Earlier in this stream, I talked about taking 8 counters off your Jitte and casting Hatred for 26. We could very possibly see it today, folks. 5 mana.
Kill your
The
opponent.
biggest nuts in the room. Take 18, 19, 20. Also, Nihil Spellwand got picked up a while ago and we didn't see it.
Pat takes Birthing Pod.
Pat Produsco grabbing Birthing Pod.
I'm
Yeah,
confused.
This deck is not looking good, folks. Birthing Pod and Aether Vial not usually in the same list.
Shattering Spree.
Shattering
from
Spree,
Blake.
nice. Great pick.
He did it.
I'm a little worried that he's not going to have enough burn to get there. But he's got 8 more picks.
And he does have cards like Eidolon,
I'd like to see him pick up Grim Lavamancer.
Trade Routes from Surge.
Of course.
See-
Surge will pick up Abundance here or something tacky and gross.
Nobody has Survival Spencer. Nobody's playing, like...
Yeah, no one has picked Survival of the Fittest yet. Nick takes Thirst.
About time. Yeah. Yeah, no one
What the
took
fuck is
Survival.
that face? I always see that face.
Talisman of Progress. Alright, Nick's back on track.
Yeah, Nick's picked some
Took
new
card
cards.
selection and a rock.
He needs about 5 more of those rocks, but yes.
Yeah, no one took Survival.
What's
It
that
is pretty
face
it is pretty
the
slow
chat?
in this
Like, who is
format.
that?
It's Kappa. The Kappa face.
Oh, okay.
Flagstones of Trocaire.
A tracker. PRO. There might be an E in there somewhere. I don't remember. Cliff top retreat, sure. I think you need burn, dude. He
Yeah, how
doesn't-
many? Let's count his burn spells.
He doesn't have a ton.
So 1.
Hellspark
2.
Elemental's a burn spell.
All right, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
I'm not counting that. He's
That's
not playing that
yeah.
shit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
And he's a
bolt,
bolt.
13. That's not a lot.
Yeah, in a 40 card deck.
He doesn't have Fire Blast.
He doesn't have Fire Blast yet. He hasn't picked up Price of Progress.
Brushland from Pat. I
That's-
think Pat could really utilize these filter lands.
Yeah, maybe more than anyone else.
Because he has, like, the birds and the Noble Hierarch to run into them, right? Chains from Brett.
Chains of Mephistopheles from Brett. Sick pick. Trying
I
to
don't
keep,
actually-
trying to keep everyone a little more honest. It doesn't actually look like it's going to hit a lot of people.
I think it's only good against Nick.
It's fine against Stefan, too.
He's not drawing a ton of cards.
He's got Seer Visions and Ponders and stuff.
And I guess he has Ancestral.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
It's
he's
also
probably
really,
just...
It's also really good against him, right? Like, Brett has...
And Pestermite from Liam.
yeah, there we go. So, as we talked about earlier, Liam looks like he's also going to play Splinter Twin.
Liam. I can play more combos in this deck. Coughlin.
Yeah. Liam, there's still slots for my combo cards, Coughlin. If I mulligan enough, I'll just nat draw 2 of them with 2 land.
Yeah. I think Liam probably
Stefan
could have
Bard clearly getting tilted off his game, wondering what the fuck is happening next to his right.
He's like,
He's just gonna lock in Bojack Horseman.
ride the
Lingering-
Gilu horse.
Lingering Soul is an awesome pick.
Yeah.
Very, very good against Liam. Very good against John.
I could see Stefan taking another equipment here. He only has Batterskull to find with his Stoneforge. I think Sword of Feast and Famine is really good in his deck.
Sword of Feast and Famine is very good in his deck. Yup.
Lets him tap out to play it, then still have his counter magic up.
I love the white red one as well.
It's just another way to beat Blake, I guess.
Yeah. Sure.
Dragon Skull Summit. Good pick. Cast the red cards.
We need a couple more cantrips.
They don't exist.
He hasn't taken Infernal Tutor, or he hasn't taken Infernal Tutor yet, so that's kind of what I'm expecting. It's getting pretty late. If he forgets Infernal Tutor, it's gonna be really bad. It's gonna be really, really bad. He's gonna look at
Not
this
ideal.
LED and be like, I suck at match cards.
Well, I mean, he still does have Vamp and Demonic.
Desperate Ritual, nice. And he's got Poetic Ritual he can still grab.
Yep.
There are some...
Rite of Flame.
Well, yeah.
It's the same as Paratic.
Is it?
That's 2 to add 3. Rite of Flame's 1 to add 2.
Yeah. It's the same-ish.
Sure. Shadow of Doubt. That's a good pickup.
Yeah, totally. What a great hate. We should bring up Spencer. I'm sure he's chatting us.
Right.
Chatting our fucking ears out here.
Sorry. Forgot I... Yeah. Yeah, Liam definitely has the...
The combo nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam is just Darth Nutsack's combo world. I'd like to see Brett pull a little more instant speed removal. Calling the Weak.
Calling the Weak.
Cool, man.
So sack a creature, add 4 mana for 1 black?
No, I thought it was the new removal spell with Delve.
No, that's Murderous Cut.
Murderous Cut. Okay.
I'm pretty sure Calling the Weak adds 4 mana.
What's he gonna do with his 4 mana?
I do not.
He's gonna cast Hatred. Right. Awesome.
Very conclave from Pat.
Sweet.
Do
Ash,
not like that.
Ash Zealot.
That's a hates creature. I like it.
Ash Zealot, sweet.
Yeah. First strike. Lets him attack into most of Pat's things.
It's also really good against John.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that card has text.
Yeah, no, that guy's not just a 2/2 haste first strike. It's 2/2 haste first strike. Fuck everything. It comes from the graveyard.
Fuck you, flashback.
Fuck yo, flashback. There it is. We've been waiting all game. Somebody finally picked up Bazaar of Baghdad. We thought it was going to be Liam a lot earlier.
But it turns out that wasn't one of the 18 combos he was going to play.
Talisman of Progress, Seacrum Coast.
I'm not sure I love Seacrum Coast. His
Like
games are going to go
like
long.
His manas are fine.
His games are
It's
going to go
mostly
long.
mono blue.
Like,
There we go. Oh,
Signet.
did he just... Okay, no, he picked... Yeah, okay, cool.
That's fine.
So, like, his picks coming up are obviously Talisman of Dominant, or
Yeah,
Domination?
Dominance.
Dominance, and Demeter Signet.
Yeah.
He maybe wants
Life
to
from
take
Nolan
Lantern.
from Surge.
Yeah. Surge, it should be noted, has not taken any cycle lands yet.
True.
All of them are open.
They're
I
pretty
would
slow,
I would
though.
expect him to take some. His deck's really slow. His deck takes like 10 turns to win the game.
That's true. Flame Javelin. Yeah, that's 4 damage. Blake picking up more burn spells. That's what he needs.
Flame to the Bloodhand, still not taken. Price of Progress, still not taken. I mean, as soon as I see Surge's deck, I'm windmilling Price pretty fast. It's a really great way to get in.
Yeah.
That deck's only got a couple turns to set up.
I definitely like Price in this draft, especially.
Yeah, it's been really good against everybody.
What's Pat on? He said he was going to try and take Leon and Arbiter, which I think is a good pickup.
Yep, in an Arbor Suite, easy to cast. It's got
I'm
a really
confused
relevant
after
ability.
he took Birthing Pod, though.
Yeah, he has no top into his curve.
Oh,
Now he
Thrag
does.
Tusk. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, what is he doing?
Yeah, Thrag Tusk. Maybe the worst pick of this draft. Thrag Tusk
Well-
just went up $9, kids, as we all found out it was really good in vintage. Go get your Thrag Tusk now before your local store catches on.
Matthias, if you're watching, there's your Thrag Tusk.
Phyrexian Obliterator just got picked.
Love it.
You can suck a dick, Thrag Tusk.
Do you know what
Yeah.
you lose in a fight against?
Yeah.
That guy.
Deceiver Exarch picked up pretty quickly.
Did we mention that he actually took Twin?
I don't know if we did. I think it was the same because he went Pestermite and then Twin.
Okay.
But yeah, he took
and
Twin.
then Exarch.
It's a little weird that he took Twin. We're definitely expecting Kiki Jiki. Kiki Jiki's much harder to cast, but like
I don't think he's gonna take Kiki now.
he has Flash Hulk, which makes it faster or easier.
Well, like, but he doesn't have Karmic Guide. Yeah, calling the weak into Obliterator is
That's the
is
plan.
sick.
Attack for 2, cast Phyrexian Obliterator. Here we go.
Well, no, he can turn 1 it, right?
Can he?
Jet, land, Gravecaller, calling the weak, Obliterator.
Seems good.
This
Sort of
Gravecrawler isn't
Feast and
good
Famine
because he doesn't
goes
have many
to,
other
Nice
zombies.
call. Goes to
Stefan, yeah.
Stefan.
Yeah.
John's gonna pick up Red of Flame.
Yep, makes sense. He does still need this Infernal Tutor.
Yeah, he
he has
needs
5
Infernal
picks
Tutor.
to realize he hasn't yet taken Infernal Tutor.
Blood Crypt.
Good pick. Odd.
I'm having a little bit of an anxiety attack for John here, but
Are you willing to bet on whether he takes Infernal Tutor or not?
he's played so much Storm. He can't whiff on this.
$2?
No dice.
We're in the tank on Stefan. Stefan is in the tank.
Stefan, I mean, I think that the biggest thing we can admire about this guy is everyone's kind of had some sloppy loose picks. Stefan hasn't thrown a pick away yet. There's nothing loose. Stefan has not thrown a pick away. Like all of his cards are live, all of his cards are good.
Yeah, it's either like a really solid sideboard card or like a card that could easily go in his main deck.
You know, there's no.
And you definitely called that Sword of War and Peace.
Yeah. There's no. There's no wipeaways in this list here. There's definitely no pack rats hanging around. This guy's got 100% utilization out of his list.
Not a single Johnny Vengeant present.
Yeah, there's not one HAV.
I mean, Surge hasn't either, but he's Surge.
Yeah, I mean, Surge knew exactly what he was. I think if I ever play in this draft, I'm just gonna immediately draft whatever Surge is drafting, just to tilt him out. I'm gonna play the worst deck ever made.
Well, like yours is probably worse than Surge's, so yours, yeah, the worst deck ever made. Fair. I know Stefan did a ton of research.
Liam's
so.
definitely forgot some combo cards here, so you know there's got to be a couple left. He hasn't picked up Channel or Fireball.
Why does Surge have Stifle? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Surge threw away a pick. He's probably gonna play it though.
So yeah, I guess my vote is it's gonna have to go Channel Fireball here. Clearly, that's one of the few combos left.
Something that's nobody picked up that is actually decent in this draft is Punishing Fire Grove for the Burning Walls.
Yeah, and 40 card decks that's a super long game plan.
And like, there's a bunch of creature decks here.
Yep. Or like it's just a spell you can cast every turn if you're top decking.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a spell you don't care about getting countered, right? It's a way to pressure the control deck's creatures, which I really like.
Yeah, it's really, really good against Stefan.
Yeah. It's like he needs to have True Name Nemesis. Because it kills everything else he has.
I'm waiting for Liam to pick up World Gorger. He's made his pick.
Right.
Kiki Jiki. My money's on Kiki Jiki.
I think he's going to take Twin Flame here. Because he still has to take Blazing Shoal.
Ulamog the Infinite Gyre.
I see. No bueno?
He's already got Emrakul.
What's this Cunning Wish doing?
Still
nothing?
It's probably... It gets sorceries, right?
No, instants.
Oh, it's probably going to go get Flash.
Okay. Why wouldn't you just put Flash in your deck?
I don't know.
Nether Void from Brett.
Yeah. I
Locking
guess so.
himself and everyone else out of the game. Hoping he's winning.
Yeah, I mean, Nether Void when you're ahead is obviously insane. I would be surprised to see Nether Void over Winter Orb. No, Nether Void's better.
Nether Void's better because there's like a bunch of people with
Geist of
Artifact.
Saint Traft going to.
I like that pick.
Yeah, that pick is sweet.
Fire Blast from Blake. Yeah, he needed that one.
So you get their Exploration from Surge pretty late.
Makes sense.
I guarantee you we're going to see Talisman and Signet here.
I'm dubious. I think he's gonna take.
He starts picking Mirror Battles. Well, like that's good. He's just
I think he needs Inkwell. These blue decks are just gonna bounce his shit.
Yeah, that's why there's a wipeaway in that guy's list.
Yeah,
and Brett doesn't care either. I wouldn't play Inkwell at all. I would just play Battlesphere against all these decks. Brett can deal with both of them.
That's true.
Pantad Prism.
All right, that's a good pick.
That's interesting.
I just think Nick is gonna run out of gas. I think he's gonna go like 4-3.
Yeah, he's gonna win a bunch of games in really dominating fashion.
Yeah,
he's
and
just
then
gonna blow up a lot of people.
And then Dirtle.
But yeah, at any point in which he like makes 9 mana on turn 2, it doesn't have a spell to cast. Like it's pretty bad.
Like he's also not good at fighting through counter magic. Like the chances of him having 2 business spells.
Yeah.
Are not high. Like I don't see how Stefan ever loses. He has Null Rod plus like all the counter magic he'd ever want.
I think we know Pat's gonna have pretty bad mana problems.
Yeah,
he's
I'd be
playing a lot of
surprised
double
if he
spells, and he's really just got 2 shock lands.
He needs the filter lands.
Yeah.
He needs white blue and green blue. I don't think he needs green white because that's what most of his mana are.
Pantad Prism and Blightsteel Colossus. Blightsteel, I played this deck a whole bunch, and I actually really hated Blightsteel. I really hated it against this field too, actually.
Yeah,
it's
like,
really only good against
Pat.
Well, it's fine. Pat can still race, not as well. John Millsap is who it's the best against.
I guess.
Turn 1 or turn 2, you can just put the fastest clock on your opponent.
But he can dismember it for life to live.
Yeah, which is pretty funny.
because it deals impact.
Yeah, which is pretty hilarious. He can also, I mean, the reason to take Inkwell is obviously against Surge.
Archive Trap from Surge. I'm confused.
No, that's like the Surge classic.
I know he loves that card, but it doesn't do anything.
It just beats a bunch of combo players.
Mills for 13?
Mm-hmm. You just like get them on a snap land and like throw their thing in the bin and make them dirtle for 5 more turns. Or maybe for him,
He's very good against
better not to get
Mystical
it all
Tutor.
himself. Yeah,
And
it's
Vamp
really,
Tutor.
It's really good against Mystical Tutor.
And Vamp Tutor. Flames of the Blood Hand. More burn spells. Blake's doing it. He's up to like 16.
Yeah,
That's enough.
Yeah, he's got enough things to kill you now.
Alright, Blake's gonna kill you on turn 4 or 5 every game.
Yep. Yeah, that's the Spirit's gonna do a lot of damage. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen Lava Spike or Spark Elemental. He's got 3 picks left though.
Treetop Village from Pat. Don't like it at all.
Yeah, your lands are so bad, Pat.
You can't take man lands here. You need lands that tap for mana. Diagraph Ghoul from Brett.
The tilt will be the most real when someone loses to Calling the Weak. Hatred on Bloodghast. Yup.
Yeah. Calling the Weak, Hatred. So you Calling the Weak your Bloodghast.
What else is this guy gonna pick? And just like, does he want Dream Halls now too? Like, is he gonna pick Hivemind?
He's not picking Hivemind. It's too late for Hivemind. We know 2 of his last picks are Blazing Shoal and Twin Flame.
Yeah.
So he has 2 picks that we don't know what they are yet. We're just...
Pat's curve looks like Curdle, tap land, dies with Thragtusk in You said it, not me. You jerk.
I'm hoping Thragtusk isn't in his main deck. I'm hoping it's like Blake tech.
Yeah.
But like Blake just comes in. Blake just kills him before he casts it.
Elish
There's
Norn.
Elish Norn.
Nice.
I don't like that pick.
It's like maybe he's hating it out of someone.
No.
It's just only for Brett.
Ultimate Price from Stefan. I like that pick.
Yeah.
There are not many multicolored creatures that are gonna get him.
There's almost none. There's like Teague.
Teague and Pride Mage and Trigon.
Yeah.
All out of Pat, and I don't expect Stefan to lose to Pat.
No. Empty the Warrens. Nice.
Pyretic. Oh my god. So John has 2 picks left to pick Infernal Tutor.
Yeah, so yeah, John, if John doesn't get Infernal Tutor on his turn, it's going to be really funny. Like, I think I think,
These last 12 picks from John, though, have been, like, he
Absurd.
rallied.
yeah. I actually think that Liam, if he wants to, shore up this matchup, can pick Infernal Tutor here and not even care. I think he can hate draft Infernal Tutor right now.
I don't.
You don't think he can?
There's probably one card he needs apart from Twin Flame and Blazing Shoal. Like, he could take a land.
It's just like, John's deck is pretty bad. He doesn't have Infernal Tutor.
Shadow Mage Infiltrator from...
Awesome. Fucking
Stefan.
sweet deck. Shev's
Yeah.
deck is so fair and so strong.
this
Stronghold
guy's-
Gambit? What the hell does that do? What does Stronghold Gambit do? Do you even know? Like, does anyone know what this guy's doing?
Alright. Gnarled Scarhide from Brett.
Yeah.
We're gonna look up Stronghold Gambit.
Is this the... Oh my god, this guy's so in the tank.
Alright, this is a terrible picture. Gather. Judge is
Judge is
familiar.
familiar,
That's
sure.
actually good.
It's fine. Like, he's just supposed to take
Each player
this
chooses a card in his or her hand, then each player reveals his or her chosen card. The owner of each creature card revealed this way with the lowest converted mana cost puts it onto the battlefield. That seems terrible.
Each player chooses a card in his or her hand.
I guess it's like a sideboard card against the decks that don't have creatures.
Yeah, like, it just lets him play Emrakul on turn 2 against
Like
someone else.
John.
Against John.
And
Sorry, so Magus the Moon goes to our mono red player.
And Notion
Notion Thief. I don't even know what that. Oh, that's the
It's
format guy.
3/1 flash. If your opponent would draw a card that's not on his or her draw step, instead you draw a card.
I don't really like that. It's a sweet card.
It's really good against Stefan and Nick.
So
like if Nick casts Time Spiral,
Nick
you draw 14 and Nick draws 0.
and on taps. Yeah.
If Stefan casts Ancestral,
Altar of the Brood. I assume that card's from Rise the Eldrazi. That's like what it sounds like.
no, it's from Cons. It's a 1-mana artifact. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield under your control, target player mills 1. So it's a way to get people with fast bond.
Yeah. All right, Orboro.
Cetus the Sign Out and Vault of Whispers.
Yeah, I don't think those are the right picks.
I think you
he
need to
just
take those a
needs
long
more
time
rocks.
ago.
Yeah, I think he just needs more rocks.
Like I think Nick's deck would have got there if
Lavamancer.
he didn't High Tide, try and
Yeah.
High Tide. I think I think this artifact deck is really hard to draft because you need to be so precise.
Yeah, I don't like Ancestral Visions. I'm not a
No.
big fan of Power
Too
Sync.
slow. No,
If you're gonna play Power Sync, just draft that Giga Drowse instead.
or
It's just
or Condescend.
Also, Nick is just gonna have a really hard time beating Liam. He can't mill him,
Yeah,
so
How does he has to
Blightsteel or tinker a spell out to kill him. It's gonna be pretty hard, and he has no removal for any of Liam's garbage. He has
and
nothing.
Liam has removal for Bloodsteel. He can wipe away.
Yeah.
He can tap it with Pestermite
Pick
and Deceiver
44,
Exarch.
Carnophage. Keep that in mind, kids. We're playing Vintage. Pick 44, Carnophage.
Pat to Venser the Sojourner.
Yeah.
Pat.
Yeah,
Pat, why?
Pat has run out of spells. Sorry, Patty.
Well, we
Blazing
did say this
Shoal.
might happen.
Blazing Shoal, pick 44. Twin Flame, pick 45. Jeremy White with Secret Inn.
Yeah.
I expect one more creature from our friend here. I don't know who it's gonna
I think
be.
it might be a sideboard card.
Yeah. I think he's gonna pick one more. I could see Pain Seer here. I could see Wall of Omens here.
I don't like Wall.
It's pretty bad.
I don't think of a card I'd like to see. Oh, we'll bring Spencer back.
Could be Treasure Cruise.